I am telling you, this business just keeps getting better and better and better. Would you agree? Absolutely. But I'm here to talk to you today about mastering the invitation in our business. And I know that earlier we had some awesome training. We had people talk about the system for success. Of course, going out there knowing exactly what your why is, and then doing the discovery and so forth. But I truly believe that mastering the invitation is one of the most important things in our business. This is you inviting someone to take a look at the opportunity. And so I want to talk a little bit about that. You know, it's so important in our business that as you get started in your business, you want to now build your team. And so I'm going to talk about the invitation, but before we do that, we have to make a list. And so let's talk about making a list in our business. You know, I always tell new people that, hey, you need to go out and make a list of 25 people, write down their names. I know it says 25 here, but I'm going to tell you guys, you need to make a list of 100 people. Every single person that you know should be on your list. True or true? Absolutely. And then what's going to happen now, you need to qualify that list. So what do I mean by that? Remember, in our business, when you get started, you're going to get 25% matching income on 3 people on their business. So would you want to just go out and just get anybody? No. But folks, you want to make sure you qualify that list. So you're going to take that list of, let's say, 25 people. What you're going to do is just start figuring out, you're going to look at your list and you're going to look at people who have credibility, people who have influence, that when they make a phone call, people come, people listen to them. And so these are some of the things that you're going to be looking for. Also, you want positive, success-minded people. How many of us have had negative people in our business? You know, you just can't get them to do anything because their mindset is just so negative. And so as you're grading your list, you want to make sure that you're looking for these key essential things that are associated with people being successful in our business. People who are financially motivated. What do we call them in our business? Reds. What else do we call them? People who are financially motivated. Sharks. People who want to make it happen financially. So think about those people as you're making and grading your list. Also, you want to think about people who have $399 to get started. But I want to tell you, I did not have $399 to get started. So that's okay. Put everybody down. Because it's not so much about having the $399, because it's ironic, because the other day I met a young lady and she was doing another business. I called her up, didn't know who she was. She had a sign on her car that says, you know, she's another program and stuff. I called her up and said, hey, you know what? It's Clifton, Wright, or the Brampton. Guess what? I'm just looking for some leaders. We're starting a new business. And, you know, are you open-minded to making more money? She said, yes. We sat down. And guess what? She did not have $399. But when I laid out what we were doing and the incredible opportunity that we were part of, she just felt like she couldn't miss out on that. So I asked her, how serious are you? How quickly can you come up with $399? She said, let me think about it. By the time I got home, an hour later, my phone rang, and who was on the line? Sure enough, she was calling me, and we're ready to get started. So would you agree that people actually find it even when they don't have it? True or true? True. But you want to get people who have, if you know that someone has a credit card and they're able to get started, we want people who are ready to get started right now, okay? So that's one of the other things. Next thing to keep in mind here is now you've got your list that's graded and you're ready to set up some appointments. What you need to do now is say, hey, keep the first thing in mind that you don't want to mix the invitation and the presentation. I'm going to be honest with you guys, you know, the people who have done great in our industry, the people who have made millions of dollars are the ones that are great at separating the invitation from the presentation. And that's when you see a rookie out there and they get all so excited, man, this opportunity works. And, you know, they go out and they try to invite somebody to take a look at the opportunity. They start telling them all these things. It's about energy. It's about, you know, direct TV. It's about all these different things that, folks, it doesn't even matter at this point. You're just looking for somebody who wants to take a look at this. So you don't want to mix the invitation and the presentation. It's just an invite. True or true? So let's talk about that. This is so important. And I want to tell you guys that when you're excited about an opportunity, it's hard sometimes not to get into it. True or true? It's very hard sometimes. And even myself, I struggle with that sometimes. But when I tell myself, hey, you got to hold back. You've got to follow the system of doing the invite. That's all it is, invite to take a look, okay? And so let's talk a little bit more about the invite. And now you're setting an appointment. And here's what I want to teach you guys today is about the posture. How do you invite, okay? And a lot of people, you know, they take it so casually that people don't want to take a look right away. But here's what I'm going to tell you is you need to have a sense of urgency. And so you don't want to do any email invite. It has to be over the phone. You want to pick up the phone and call somebody. Can you say call somebody? But I'll tell you a little story. When I got started in this business, I was just hungry looking for an opportunity. And the way I got invited to Momentous was not through a phone call, not through somebody that I knew. So I just got an email. And so even this is, though I'm telling you, it has to be personal. It has to be a phone call with urgency and excitement. There are times in our business when people don't even want to make the phone call. So I'm going to tell you, even if it's an email, you have to do something to invite people. So when I got started, I got this email. Before I got started, I got this email, and I saw information about this company launching, this energy $3 billion company. And of course, I was open minded. I was just looking at who sent me this email. Didn't know who this person was. Didn't think that it was even real. Because I'd never seen a $3 billion company, an energy company starting a network marketing arm of this magnitude. But I looked at it, and I watched the video. It made sense. Didn't do anything about it. Didn't know the person. But guess what? It was still on my mind. I went back to the email again, and I looked at it again. And then I found out that there was a conference call, and somehow I was able to reach out to this person. And I was talking to them. I got to know them a little bit better. And it took a few days, and I said to myself, well, you know what? I think I'm going to go for this. It made sense. And when I called that individual, and I was talking to this person, you know, for some reason, they didn't seem as if they were excited about me getting started anymore. And I was trying to figure out what the heck's going on here. And all of a sudden, you know, he said he would give me a call back. And I would wait, and I would call this person back. No answer, nothing's going on. I said, what the heck is going on? Turned out that he was already onto something else, another opportunity. So here I am, ready to get started Momentous, no one to sign me up. So I found out that there was a conference call that was happening. And I jumped on that conference call, and sure enough, I heard somebody's voice that I was familiar with. I'd never talked to the person. I knew that he was a leader in the industry in the past, and, you know, and I found his name on the internet. I went and I looked and searched. I found his phone number, called him up. I said, can you tell me a little bit more about this Momentous opportunity? He said, sure. Told me a little bit more. He validated some of the things that I was seeing. And then he invited me out to come and take a look at one of the opportunity meetings. And I went out. It made sense. Didn't know him, but I got started. I was searching for someone to sign me up in Momentous. Right? So I'm just encouraging you folks that when you do the invite, it has to be personal. It has to be a phone call. That's what really is going to work. But if you're not going to do that, do something. True or true? Absolutely. But let's get back to the invite. So this is something that you have to absolutely master in your business, the invite. Because I'm going to tell you that the presentation is awesome. It's great if you can do that. But there are tools and other things that are out there that will allow you to present the opportunity. We can help you to walk, but we can't walk for you folks. You have to learn to do the invite. And so how do you do it? Well, I talked about enthusiasm. Urgency and excitement is my two favorite words. When you come to invitation, folks, I could tell you those two words, and that's it. Presentation is done. Urgency, excitement, no information. Ask them to take a look. Well, what is it? It's only 10 minutes. It's only 15 minutes. Have you got some time? Then you go on to the presentation. But the invitation is exactly what it is. It's let's get together. Hey, John, what are you doing? Have you got a few minutes? What is it? Oh, it's 15 minutes. Let's set an appointment. Too many times, we call people up. There's no sense of urgency and excitement. How about if I was to walk up here and say, guys, there's a fire outside. We need to leave. How many of you would actually get out of your seat and just run out of here? But if I came in screaming, fire, 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 would that be different? I'm going to tell you guys that you have to have excitement to you. And this business is tough. I know it's hard. And when things are not great, when you're struggling financially, when there are different things happening in your life, and you know that you have to invite somebody to take a look at the opportunity, it could be tough at times. But you have to find a way to create some urgency and excitement in you. People have to see something different in you to want to move. And when they know you as who you are, and you're not excited about them to taking a look, they're not going to move, folks. They have to know that there's something different with you. And so you want to have urgency and excitement, and you want to ask them for their opinion. If they don't want to take a look, just ask them for their opinion. Because at the end of the day, all you want people to do is look at the opportunity. You're sorting. You're trying to see if it's for them or not. Like I always say, tell me yes, tell me no, let me go. Because there's somebody else. There's just too many people out there to waste any time with anybody. True or true? Yeah. So we have to move on, folks. But it's all about the invitation. So what do you say when you call somebody up? Now, number one, I talked about urgency and excitement. That has to be in your voice. But you have to say, figure out your line. One thing could be, you know what? I found a way to get paid on thousands of energy customers. One of the favorite lines that I use, especially during the promotion time, when we have this incredible 10 and 15 promotion time, I call people up and say, hey, guess what? I found a way to make $1,000 in 15 days. You know what someone's going to say to me? How? If you got 10 minutes. We have a website presentation that we do. It's a short presentation where everybody can do. It's a duplicatable system. Everybody can just go and have somebody take a look. And so we teach our team to just use the excitement and the urgency of inviting someone to take a look and have them go to that website. And we can do that all day long. Because I firmly believe that if you show it often enough, you're going to get the right people who are looking. Would you agree? Yeah. Absolutely. We're just sorting. We're sorting. We know it's not going to be for everybody. In fact, I love to use this analogy of a deck of cards. And how many aces are in the deck? 4. And so what we're looking for are the aces. I've heard people tell me top networkers in the industry have said, you know what, in their huge organization, there's only a handful of people who are responsible for their entire success, their entire network. So just understand that we need 4 aces. We need a handful of great people in our business. They're the one that's going to be responsible for your organization. But you have to go through the deck of cards. And the fastest way you get through it is by perfecting the invite. Getting your answer and move on. Getting your answer and move on. And along the way, you're going to add some jokers in that deck of cards. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? But what do? You keep on going to the next person, the next person, the next person. It's all about the invite. So we have to get good at inviting people to take a look. If you can't do the presentation, that's okay. Get them in front of the information where somebody else can do it. But you have to learn to get the invite down pat yourself. Would you agree? Absolutely. So I'm really excited about that. Now, the presentation comes in many forms. You choose. Whether it's a public meeting, whether it's a 2-on-1. I love home meetings. But we've got all the tools. All you are doing is you're delivering the message. You're the messenger. And so when I go out every single day, it doesn't matter if somebody says yes or no. Actually, it does. But I'm just looking for answers. I'm looking for answers, yes or no. And so you have to do that invite, 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 invite. Can you say invite? Invite, invite, invite. Who's next? Invite. We're looking for people who are looking for us. And so we're delivering a message. And the people who can deliver the most messages will win in our business, folks. It's all about urgency and excitement. And we all know there are just three types of people. People who see the potential in what we're doing. And sure, we're going to have people who are skeptic. That's okay. That is okay. Get their questions answered and move on. Some people, their timing is going to be bad. I know you heard Mr. Maurice Burnside earlier up here. When I invited him to take a look at the opportunity, it was bad timing for him. But I'm going to tell you guys, one of the key in our business, in our industry, is being able to now follow up with somebody. Because when you invite them and they take a look, maybe it's not the perfect time for them. And too many people in our industry, they just give up. They get disappointed. They walk away. When I'm going to tell you that your biggest money earner in your business, I believe, is going to come from those that maybe said, no, not right now. So at the same time, you just have to have that patience to be able to follow up with them. Right? Would you guys agree on that? Yes. Definitely. So folks, that is my piece. It's mastering the invitation. I'm going to tell you that it's the simplest thing, but it's that one ingredient in the system for success that is so important. And how you do it is going to have a direct result of your business. Urgency and excitement. If you ever forget how to do the invite, think of what? Urgency and excitement. Urgency and excitement. I can't say it enough, folks. Urgency, excitement. That's my time. Thank you so much.